All right, hello everybody. We are just getting things set up here with our Hanover Heroes Gold team getting ready to take on the Kraken from Monterey, California. If you tuned in last night for our Friday showcase, we had our Hanover Horde Gold team taking on the Whales from Monterey. The Horde came up short. It was a tough match, but really fun to watch. Well played, and GG's out to both teams, especially out to our friends in Monterey. We know they're going to be ready for this match with our Heroes Gold team taking on the Kraken, playing escort matches today with the Dorado, Havana, and Junkertown maps, and we'll get this thing rocking here in just a couple minutes. Stick with us. We'll be right back after this short break.
They say that you can see the devil dance on idle hands, so we put in work. Amen. Put the city on my shoulder blades and molded waves. Focus on the future when it's rosy.
This is gonna be fun. What's this?
Legendary grind for the hit story. Come to shut us down, you are what on? We about to go live for me.
Let me show you how the boss does it.
We put in work.
See ya.
Ain't no killing this energy. Spilling from the spirit, them lyrics being.
They are nothing to me.
The grind don't stop. We give it in 100 till the squad on top. We put in work. The grind never dies. We give it in.
Time for the fireworks.
We put in work.
Fire in that hole.
All right, we're back. Just getting set up here. Just waiting for Monterey to pull their players in, and we'll get this thing kicked off. Again, our Heroes Gold team taking on the Kraken from Monterey, California. And then following this, we have our Horde Silver team, Overwatch team, taking on the Dragons from Palos Verdes, California. So it's the East Coast versus West Coast. Should be a great couple of matches to round out. It has been a great weekend of esports fun. We just had our end of season Fortnite party. So we had some pizza courtesy of Utz Foods. Thanks to them for providing pizza for the festivities, hand out some coins, some certificates, some swag for the kids to take home. So we'll get this thing set. It looks like they're pulling in their players. We'll be back hopefully in just another minute or so and kick this thing off. So stick with us. All right, we're back and we are jumping into this first map. This is Dorado. Welcome to Dorado, everybody. All right, so here you can see the trail that they're going to travel down to ultimately get to the first point. Here you see. Travel down this route here to the second point. Sorry, that's the first point. And then this is where they will spawn from and jump on the escort. The Horde will be playing defense first. The Kraken will be on offense. Typical defense is to set up on this high ground or set up over here in terms of having good avenues of fire to rain fires on the enemy position. It looks like the Horde is consisting of DC Fuse, Barebow Fragons, Weirdo, Milk My Sheep, Agent Tech, and East Jackhammer. Looks like DC Fuse will be running the Reinhardt. Barebow Fragons will be running Ana. Weirdo running Mercy. Roadhog's going to be run by Milk My Sheep. Agent Tech's going to be running the Junkrat. And East Jackhammer's going to be running the Hanzo. From the Monterey Bay Kraken, they'll be running a Wrecking Ball, a Reinhardt, a Mercy, a Reaper, a Junkrat, and a Brigitte. So here you see, again, if you're rooting for the Horde, cheer for the blue team. If you're rooting for the Kraken, they are red. You see DC Fuse up here, raining fires down. Junkrat down here. That Wrecking Ball gets in behind there. Gets in behind the Junkrat. Couple good eliminations by the Junkrat. Takes out the Reaper. Hitscan takes out the Mercy. Focusing in on that back line. Reinhardt of DC Fuse. A good hook there by Milk My Sheep. Playing that Roadhog. Good eliminations by the Horn to send a majority of the players back to spawn from the Kraken. Good resurrection by Mercy to bring Ace Jackhammer right back in the fight. Hit scan, playing that Hanzo. So we'll see which way they decide to attack from this time. Again, the Heroes, just like our Horde Gold team, our Heroes Gold team consists of about half the Horde Gold team members from last season, as well as some promoted Silver players and a new player added to the mix. Milk My Sheep, really talented new player we've added to the team this year. And then Barebow Fragons and Agent Tech brought up from the Silver team. Couple eliminations by the Roadhog, taking out both Hitscan and DC Fuse. That's going to allow them to push the payload as the Heroes kind of move back, give them a little bit of space. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to move to that. You see that green dot is where they need to move the payload. Here comes the Heroes. They got together there. Good job by Junkrat to take out their Brigitte. Hanzo unleashes his ultimate right at the payload. Does manage to find that Roadhog. Couple more good eliminations there between Hitscan and the Roadhog, played by CNH Horde 5, which is Milk My Sheep. And Hanzo with one more elimination on the Reaper is going to send the majority of that team back to spawn. And the Heroes are going to do a little pressing here. They play better in the open, so it looks like they're going to go more freestyle instead of the standard mode where they kind of get together behind the shield. Little free roaming offense is typically when they play at their best. Divides the other team's push against them. Good eliminations by Roadhog there, taking out that Brigitte, taking out those support characters. Critical piece. Reinhardt on Reinhardt battle taking place here. Earth Shatter doesn't find anybody home. Come back with a Fire Strike. DC Fuse is going to take out the other Reinhardt there. Ultimate unleashed by the Reaper from the Kraken. Doesn't look like it finds anybody home there. Just 60 seconds. They need to get to this first point here. But the Heroes are playing a tough D. But a good hard press here by the Kraken. Let's see if they're able to convert on it. They do have a Junkrat tire at their disposal. But Hanzo unleashes his ultimate. Let's see if it finds anybody home. But good, it does not. But a good eliminations by the Reinhardt. By the Roadhog of Milk My Sheep. It's going to send the majority of them back. Hitscan. A good elimination on the Reaper of the Kraken. Just 30 seconds left. They have about time for one more good push. I'm sure they're taking that into account and making the move right here. So here come the Kraken. One more good push. They need to get there. Junkrat unleashes his tire. Agent Tech does find 2 of the members of the Kraken. But one of the members of the Kraken does get back here, but he's quickly dealt with by Hitscan. Takes them out. Just 8 seconds left on the clock. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now it's going to move into overtime. While they're close to the payload, the Heroes just have to clear them off, which they do, and that's going to do it for this first round. Dorado is going to go in favor of the Heroes, not letting the Kraken score any points with that first push. All right, so we'll flip sides here. The Heroes will be on offense this time, pushing the payload. They just need to push the payload as far as the Kraken did that time. You can see the payloads there here in a few short seconds. 14 more seconds, you're going to see that disappear. You're going to see a gold box illuminate, and that's how far the Heroes are going to have to push this payload. And then we'll get a glimpse of what everybody's running. So there you see, that's how far they got the payload. The Heroes actually pushed it back a little bit, so they get credit for the farthest point that they pushed that payload. Alright, so it looks like the Heroes in blue, if you're rooting for the Heroes, the Hanover Heroes, they are running a Reinhardt on Ana. Mercy, a Wrecking Ball, Junkrat, and Hitscan is swapped over to a Widowmaker. And it looks like from the defense, from the Kraken's perspective, they're going to be running a Rissa Reinhardt, get that double shield rocking. Ana, a Reaper, Junkrat, and a Brigitte. Alright, so it looks like they're setting back up here, not taking the high ground, deciding to play the low ground game here. It's a very tight space here. So it looks like Milk My Sheep has swapped over to using that Wrecking Ball this time. Allows them to get into the back line there. Good res by Mercy, played by Weirdo, to bring Hitscan playing that Widowmaker right back into the fight. Couple good eliminations by Ana and Widowmaker. Longer range shooters there to take out the Reaper and the Brigitte of the Kraken. That's going to give them a numbers advantage, allow them to start the push here as the Kraken reset and set up their defense around the next turn. Let's get a peek ahead here. Let's see how this Junkrat on Junkrat battle. See them trading fires there. Looks like Junkrat's going to push in. That's Junkrat's played by Agent Tech. That's Ethan. He is going to get eliminated, though, by the Junkrat of the Kraken, so maybe got a little bit too far pushed ahead here. You can see a couple characters slept by the play of Ana, played by Barebow Fraggins, but another good elimination by the Kraken to take out the Widowmaker of, played by Hayden of the Heroes. So Kraken mounting a good defense here, chasing the Heroes back. With that Reinhardt eliminated, you have to imagine the rest of the team is also going to fall back and consolidate for another good push. Just 2 minutes left on the clock, so Kraken doing a good job playing defense here. This has been the game of defense thus far. Wrecking Ball and Wrecking Ball battle here on top of the roof. Let's see how this comes out. He's going to retreat and fall back. So Ultimate Unleashed by the Reaper of the Kraken is going to take out 3 of the Horde members, all the backline characters there, along with the Ashe. That's going to stall their push, so they need to get together here. Kraken mounting a really solid defense, just 1 minute 44 left on the clock. You can see the Horde do have a couple, the Heroes do have a couple ultimates queued up, so let's see if they're able to take advantage of those. You can see they're back there planning, kind of determining what their next move's going to be as the Kraken push the payload backwards. So good defense being played by both teams. Fire Strike and Charge doesn't find anybody home, but the Reinhardt gets healed, and the Kraken Junkrat tire takes out 4 of the Heroes members again. So again, the Kraken just playing solid defense. The Heroes need to find an answer to the Kraken defense here and push this payload. The payload continues to move back. Just 52 seconds left on the clock. They can't give up any more space here. Here comes the Junkrat tire. Let's see if this finds anybody home. It does not. Falls short with the shield. So missed opportunity there. Couple good eliminations though. Hit scan. Junkrat gets an elimination. Res by Mercy is going to put the Reinhardt back. Just 28 seconds. I'm sorry. They need to make a good hard push and get to that red box up ahead. See if the Kraken can get back in time and stop them short of that. Do put the mines down. They stay on that payload and keep that payload pushing. You can see how far they have to go here. They're going to attach that wrecking ball to it. That's going to make it tough on them. This is probably going to go into overtime here. They can't lose sight of that payload once they do. If they fall off that payload, that's going to do it. Good hook by the ultimate unleashed by the Reaper there. That's going to take out 3 of the Heroes members. So tough, but a couple good eliminations on the other side. They need to get rid of that wrecking ball off this payload. They need an answer to that to continue pushing it. He is just lashed on there. They do manage to get rid of him, but not before the rest of the team makes out. So play of the game so far with that wrecking ball really held up the progress of pushing this payload. Good hook there by Milk My Sheep. The Lucio is there on that cart. The Kraken just keep fighting their way back into the fight, keeping them from pushing. This is going to come down to just a last-minute push. The Heroes cannot sacrifice that cart. You can see them trying to push up really hard. They just need to push far. They are in overtime. This could come down to the last second, and they do. Wow, what an amazing battle. The Kraken gave the Heroes a run for their money there on that defense. Both teams just show an excellent defense on that match. But the Heroes will come up on top. They're pushing it just far enough to get that first point on this map. Here you see the Junkrat tire is unleashed, taking out 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Horde or Heroes members. So good job by the Kraken Junkrat there. Alright, so let's go ahead and credit the Heroes with their first point. We'll take a quick break, get everything reset here for the next map, which is going to be Havana, and we'll be right back here in just a couple minutes.
Esports is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We're taking that and we're delivering it to elementary and middle school kids.
Yo, you guys are getting pretty wrecked by me. Dead. All right, push up with me.
We're bridging the gap between conventional athletics and competitive gaming. We have kids working on the same technology that the pros are training to improve their skills.
When did you lose? Why did you lose? Like the games that you lost, why did you lose?
Through a partnership with the Positive Coaching Alliance, our coaches go through a double goal certification. They learn not only how to work through the strategies of the different games they're playing, but they also work through how to impact these kids' lives in a positive way. They get to mark and highlight behaviors and attributes that will lead to long-term life skills. You love being Battle Mercy.
Yes, battle.
No, it's not. Why don't you tell us your favorite move that Mercy does? So what brought me to XP League is the experience of my children. I had always hoped and wanted them to be a part of a youth athletics team. So I realized they all love competitive gaming. So why not marry their passion with what I'm hoping for them to learn and achieve, and put healthy, solid values in place in something that the kids want to do and are excited about doing.
Yes, Fruit
Experience points. Every game awards experience points. And what we built here is an experience. Professional level equipment, the top tier partners in esports. They're also getting the experience of sportsmanship values, of working with mentors and coaches, and of being part of the team. It's all about the experience.
I need you. Nice. Go. Group in now. Push in. We don't have to good game.
All right, we're back. Let's jump into the match. We got Havana here. Again, a tough first round between the Heroes and the Kraken so far. Really good, evenly matched play, much like we saw last night between the Whales and the Horde. But the Heroes come back. They push just far enough to get the point for the match. I don't know if I've seen a map where nobody has got a clear point in a victory, but we just saw it there, so a lot of fun to watch. So here you see the payload of Havana here, typically on defense. The Whales will be the Kraken will be setting up on defense. Typically you would start up top here, but it seems like the Kraken like to play the ground game. The Horde, or the Heroes, will be in red this time. Reinhardt will be run by DC Fuse. Bearball Fragons will be running the Ana. Mercy's running by Weirdo. Milk My Sheep will be running the Roadhog. CNH Gamers 6 is Agent Tech. That's Ethan. Will be running the Junkrat. And Hitscan will be running Hanzo. And for the defense of the Kraken, they'll be running a Wrecking Ball, a Reinhardt, an Ana, a McCree, a Junkrat, and a Brigitte. So let's see how they set up on D. Looks like they're going to be setting up for kind of a flank type D. You can see them lined up on the left-hand side, and then a Wrecking Ball up top. So interesting setup. Setting up kind of for the flank ambush. See, the Wrecking Ball dove in here. It's going to be met by the Ana and Hanzo, though, quickly. A good hook by Roadhog, but unfortunately couldn't finish off that Wrecking Ball. Mercy does take out the Reinhardt of the Kraken there, so critical elimination. Junkrat's eliminated Hitscan with a couple good eliminations there, taking out the Junkrat and the Brigitte. Ana's going to take out the McCree, and Hanzo's going to take out the Ana of the Kraken, so that's going to give them the advantage here and start an early push by the Heroes. You can see the first point is right up here in front of this gate at that little cul-de-sac there. Heroes staying tight, playing behind the shields, playing a more conservative game this time. That Wrecking Ball is going to dive in there. Calls them to kind of spread out. Good Reinhardt on Reinhardt battle here. The Horde Reinhardt's going to win that one, so advantage Reinhardt. Good elimination there by the Reinhardt as well. Hitscan's going to take out the Brigitte, and Reinhardt's going to take out the Junkrat of the Kraken. That's going to give them the numbers advantage, but again, they got to peel that Wrecking Ball off of the payload, which they do, and quickly get the first point with 5 minutes left. So good quick push by the Horde. Let's see, the Kraken are going to try to take the high ground approach here. Hitscan gets elimination on the McCree. Reinhardt gets taken out by a good play by Junkrat, played by Agent Tech. So good plays there by the whole team around. Looking like a much better team this round than what they faced the first time. Good hook by the Milk My Sheep to hook that Wrecking Ball. As he was kind of set up in that ambush position above that on that little catwalk. Hit scan gets an elimination on there. McCree. Wrecking Ball puts out their mines. Ultimately eliminated. Earth Shatter by Reinhardt. Good hook by the Milk My Sheep, but he's going to be put to sleep by the Ana of the other team. Reinhardt's ultimately going to eliminate by DC Fuse there, so good job by DC Fuse. There's those mines I called out earlier. They were finally released there. So McCree gets good elimination. Hanzo unleashes his ultimate. Doesn't find anybody home, but a couple good eliminations. Reinhardt's going to have to clean up those mines, though. Really close to the spawn point of the opposing team. Here comes the Junkrat tire. See if it finds its way. Good job with a fire strike by DC Fuse to take out that Wrecking Ball. So they did get to the second point here. But not before a couple eliminations by the Junkrat and the Reaper. Send majority of the heroes back to spawn. They're going to reconsolidate after getting to that second point. Just one more point to secure all three for the match. Still 4 minutes and 36 seconds left on the clock. So a lot of engagements taking place all over the place here. Reinhardt charge does find the Roadhog, but he's ultimately going to get taken out. Eliminations on both sides. Reinhardt and Junkrat taken out from the heroes, but being closer to the spawn point of the Kraken at this point, that's going to favor the Kraken. Hanzo up here getting a couple good eliminations while the rest of the team assembles and gets back here. So good job by Hanzo, played by Hitscan. Really keep this team in the fight, allowing the rest of his team to assemble and make a good push here. 2 points already secured and pushing towards the third point, which is up in this castle. Alright, you can see the heroes working their way around towards the spawn point. Again, the spawn point's just within that castle, so this is a really tough point to secure. But we saw yesterday teams are able to secure it. It's not without it's not without question to be able to do it, but you definitely have to play well as a team. Reinhardt charge misses. Good dodge move by DC Fuse. Reaper unleashes his ultimate on the back line of the heroes. Does take out the Ana, the Mercy, so both support characters are gone as well as Hitscan. That's going to hurt them, and ultimately Milk My Sheep's going to take it out. DC Fuse, and Mercy isn't going to last long. I'm sorry, that's the Junkrat. He's not going to last long in a 1v6, and he's going to send back to spawn. So still 2 minutes 57 seconds left on the clock. The heroes have plenty of time to get back right back up here to the payload and get back into the fight. That Reaper ultimate was a differentiator there in that battle, but looks like the heroes have a couple ultimates. Unleashed that Hitscan, unleashed his ultimate, did take out a couple along with the help of his teammates. That's going to allow them to make a good push here into the heart. Hitscan's up here, gets an elimination on the Ana, pushed a little bit too far forward for the Kraken. You can see they got a Roadhog on Roadhog battle here, see if he can put a hook in him. He does put a hook in him, see if he can take him out after that hook. He's outnumbered, but he's going to escape, go back, probably find a medkit and get himself charged up. Unleashed, ultimate unleashed by the Roadhog, but he gets a little out of position there. Ultimate unleashed again by that Reaper. Somehow he got that ultimate back super quick. And that's going to send the heroes back. But they made a good push that time. They're right there. And it looks like they do have a couple ultimates from their players there. Should make it to see if that makes a difference here with this push. They have that Reinhardt and that Ana ultimate. So here comes the push. You can see how far they have to push that payload. So one more good push. 1 minute 32 seconds still on the clock. Using that shield, getting close up here. Playing smart, playing more methodical this time than they played previously. Earth Shatter by Reinhardt. Well-timed Earth Shatter on the part of the Kraken there is going to send our players back. And good eliminations with the Reaper as well to send both the Mercy, played by Weirdo, and the Junkrat, played by Agent Tech, back to spawn. Milk My Sheep, playing the Roadhog, is going to work his way back to spawn. You can see they don't have too far to go. But just a minute left. They need to really start thinking about what this next push is going to look like and how much they have left in the tank. They do have 3 ultimates there between the Mercy, the Ana, and the Reinhardt. We'll see if that comes into play. See if we see an Earth Shatter here. We don't. Another good charge by the Reinhardt, played by the Kraken. The DC Fuse again gets pinned by that Reinhardt. Good res by Mercy to bring him right back into the fight. But the Reinhardt's going to go flying down. An environmental kill there. Good hook by their Junkrat, but just 21 seconds left. They need to make this push count. See if the Reinhardt can battle back here. He still has his ultimate. They've been doing really good saving him up, but they need him now more than ever. So let's see how this fight pans out. We do have a Junkrat tire coming in here. Does manage to take out Hitscan, critical piece of the Heroes here. Earth Shatter is unleashed. Junkrat Tire unleashed. Takes a couple good eliminations. Good ultimate combo by the Heroes there between the Junkrat Tire and the Earth Shatter is going to get them right there and seal that 3rd point. So really good job holding on to those ultimates until the last minute when they absolutely needed it. Good job by Agent Tech and DC Fuse there to get that combo. Wipe the team off, send them back to spawn, and allowing them to secure that 3rd point. So tough challenge for the Kraken, but they're up for it. This is a tough team, stout team. Good play by their Reaper. Good play by the Kraken Reinhardt. Good play by the Kraken just team in general. Really evenly matched teams, but they need all 3 points to stay in this match and force a 3rd map. The 3rd map would be Junkertown if it's needed, but if the Heroes stop them from achieving all 3 points, that's going to give them the map and the match. Alright, so for the the Heroes in red, if you're rooting for Hanover, you're rooting for the Heroes in red. They're running Reinhardt, Ana, Mercy. Looks like Milk My Sheep switch over to Sigma. Ethan, Agent Tech's going to be running the May, and Hitscan's going to be running the Widowmaker. And from the Kraken standpoint, they're going to be running a Junkrat, a Reinhardt, an Ana. Looks like they're switching up to a Winston, a Reinhardt, an Ana, a Reaper, a Junkrat, and a Brigitte. So you're going to see May put her wall up there at the door, going to force them to either break that or get around that, force them out the left side here. That May can be really handy an escort mission, blocking off that wall. Hitscan does get an early elimination on the Kraken Reaper. In this map, it's a lot of time it's good to give them a little bit of ground to let them push that payload, because that payload can act like a natural barrier here. The May does get eliminated by the Junkrat of the Kraken, but Hitscan follows up with elimination on the Ana of the Kraken. So 3 minutes, 17 seconds. They need to get the first point before that time expires. Reinhardt gets elimination on the Brigitte, but that Reaper does chase down Hitscan. But Mercy's going to go back and get Hitscan right back into the fight with a good res there. Weirdo, one of the best Mercies and support characters in the entire XP League. So it's fun to watch these guys play. See the Sigma played by Milk My Sheep launching those rocks into the back line there. Does manage to take out the tank with the help of Agent Tech, gets elimination of the Brigitte there. So good job by the Heroes playing a stout defense, but still 2 minutes and 36 seconds left on the clock. Still plenty of time. Here you see the Junkrat playing Disruptor. They're going to chase him down. May's got him back here trying to get into that back line. They do, but May's going to take out the Junkrat. Good battle here between the Reaper. The entire team's going to come back here. It's a 1v5, 1v6. That's typically not going to bode well for the team. This Reinhardt's got the advantage here on the Winston, but that Winston can be tricky. You can see him bouncing around. Good play, allowing the rest of the team, as it's hard to ignore that Winston once he gets behind you. And that's going to do it. So good play. Hitscan does ultimately take out that Winston, but he did his job. He got behind the lines. He drew the attention of the Heroes and forced them to come back. So just 1 minute 47 seconds left. Let's see if the Heroes are going to try to hold this point. Looks like they are. Looks like they do make it back in time. See if they're able to hold them this last minute and 38 seconds. Tall order. Good wall by May. You can see to stop that Reinhardt charge. You can see what effective character she can be in minimizing the damage done by some of these characters. So Fire Strike finds its way home to May, though, but she is going to freeze Brigitte. Sigma gets that elimination. DC Fuse playing Reinhardt takes out the Reinhardt of the Kraken. It's a good play all across the board by the Heroes. Is going to drive the majority of them back to spawn. Just a minute, 11 seconds left, so the Kraken really need to think about their next push and make a good concerted effort this time. You can see they're trying to flank. Last time they did really well by getting that Winston behind the lines, but they looks like they swapped out the Winston for a Sigma this time. Here comes the Junkrat tire. Does find its way there, taking out 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Heroes. So good Junkrat tire, well played. We saw him climb into that upper area, and that looks like it's going to give them the first point. So good coordinated effort there. Just goes to show if you do a good job saving those ultimates at critical times in the battles, it really is a difference maker. So patience in the use of ultimates has been the name of this game. Good wall by May there. You can see now they're going to have to deal with that, and it's going to give time for Widowmaker to piss them off, to pick some people off. Reaper unleashes his ultimate, does take out the Ana and Reinhardt of the Heroes here. So good eliminations. That Reaper is playing really good this last round. Really been a difference maker as well, with in addition to that Junkrat tire. 2 minutes 26 seconds as they push towards the second point. Here you see the Horde coming in. Looks like they're going to be setting up top here. Shield launched by Sigma, kind of blocking that off. He's going to retract that shield. Sigma's going to unleash his ultimate for the Heroes. Good job following that up with some good attacks by the DPS there. But the ultimate unleashed the Earth Shatter by the Kraken, and then just right in turn, Sigma unleashes his ultimate for the Kraken. So eliminations on both sides. Hard to say who has the numbers advantage here, being closer to the spawn of the Heroes. You would assume they have the advantage as they work their way back quicker than the Kraken are able to. Just 1 minute 35 seconds left on the clock for them to get to the second spawn. You see that square in front of the garage door there is their spawn point. Good charge by DC Fuse. He's going to take out that Junkrat, who's been really a pivotal piece in this battle. Again, the Horde have 3 ultimates in their queue, so you would imagine they'd want to use them here shortly. Just 1 minute 4 seconds left on the clock. One good team wipe with this next push could make it really hard on the Kraken to fight back. They are going to work their way around the flank and get to the point. The Heroes do recognize that and move back towards it. They do a good job of getting their DPS and fast support characters behind the lines of the Heroes, negating their initial defense. Good eliminations on both sides. Again, tough to tell who is the advantage. That Mercy with a nice res brings the Ana back into the fight, and that's going to give them advantage. Just 29 seconds left. Still 3 ultimates, including that Hanzo ultimate. That could be a game changer here as they push in. You have to imagine he's going to unleash it here shortly. Just 18 seconds left. Good elimination by Hanzo to take out the support from long range, moving in towards the point. Here you see them moving in, just 10 seconds left. This is going to go to overtime before they're able to get to the point. So the Heroes just have to clear them off. Unleash, ultimate unleashed, but quickly silenced by DC Fuse. He does a good job. Still some ultimates. Here comes the Junkrat tire. It goes off, does manage to find the Ana, played by Berbo Fraggins there. Wrecking Ball comes in. If the Heroes are able to clear them off the point, that's going to do it, but the Kraken aren't going to go quietly. Sigma unleashes his ultimate for the Heroes, drops a couple of them down. They are really close to shutting this thing out, but the Kraken aren't going to go away. They need to clear off this Reaper. If they clear off this Reaper, that's going to do it, because the timer is going to expire, and the Heroes are going to get the victory here against the Monterey Bay Kraken. So GG's all around. Let's see who player of the game is for this match. It's got to be that Junkrat tire, you would assume, played by Monterey Bay Kraken, and it is. Here you can see he flanked, he got up in a flanking position. He waited till the Heroes were in a good position. He's going to drop that tire on them. He did that twice to the Heroes. You can see they all kind of consolidated there at a poor time. And he made them pay. But ultimately, the Heroes are going to come up on top with a 2-0 victory over the Kraken. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
They say that you can see the devil dance on idle hands. So we put in work. Amen. Put the city on my shoulder blades and molded waves. Focus on the future when it's rolling pain.
This is gonna be fun.
And we open gates for the years.
What's this?
When it's no pain, it's no glory. Legendary grind for the history. Come to shut us down, you a what army? We about to go loud for me.
Let me show you how the boss does it.
We put in work.
See ya.
Yeah, ain't no killing this energy. Spilling from the spirit, them lyrics be hitting.
They are nothing to me.
Come on, the grind don't stop. We give it in 100 till the squad on top. We put in work. The grind never dies. We give it in
Time for the fireworks.
We put in work.
Fire in the hole.
All right, what a great match. Thanks to the Monterey Bay Kraken for a good, hard-fought battle. Heroes win 2-0, but the score doesn't tell that tale because it was a lot closer than that score indicates. Well played by both teams. Thanks for tuning in. Come on back at 6 o'clock at the top of the hour. We've got our Hanover Horde Silver team taking on the Magic from Palos Verdes, California. Should be a great match. Come on back. We'll have a lot of fun. Thanks for tuning in today, and we'll see you next time.